Hey there, Jake with Band of Fitness, here to talk about elliptical trainers, what some of the major differences are between the different types, and also some things to consider if you're in the market for one. So first off, why an elliptical trainer? The main attraction for elliptical trainer is that it offers a high cardiovascular workout, but a low impact on the joints. This is very important for someone who might be facilitating some sort of joint pain in your hips or your knees, or working around some sort of an injury or surgery that you want to be a little more careful with. For this reason, ellipticals are very popular among ex-runners. Now, ellipticals are a little bit different than outdoor running or treadmill running, but it will offer a similar movement without the joint stress. Ellipticals are also a lot more engaging because they involve all four limbs. This allows someone to become less distracted while they're working out. The workout is also as intense as you want it to be. You can glide to start and then slowly increase your incline or your resistance to get a more strenuous cardio workout and a higher benefit during your time on the machine. The shape and design of an elliptical have a lot to do with their physiology. There are really three main types of ellipticals that you'll encounter. That's a front, center, and rear drive. They're all going to have some differences, and they might not all feel comfortable to certain users based on their own personal physiology. A front elliptical is very common. You'll see these from a lot of major manufacturers, both in gyms and from residential brands. They also tend to be very smooth. They are less similar to a running movement compared to other elliptical types though. They will also frequently have some sort of an incline function, which allows you to gain a lot more activation in the hip and glute muscles. However, front drive ellipticals frequently have a permanent fixed stride length. Center drive ellipticals have a more pronounced gliding motion, so it's going to feel like your feet are gliding front to back versus stepping up and down, and this can be great for some people. Now, this will result in a lower hip engagement, which is something to be aware of. Also, center drive ellipticals are more likely to offer some sort of a stride adjustment, which can be great for families or situations where multiple people are going to be using the same elliptical. But we'll talk more on this later. Rear drive ellipticals are the last major type, and they tend to have more of a bouncy feeling as the pedals rotate. Therefore, this feel is more keen to running as you have more of that higher leg movement that accompanies that bouncing feeling. Rear drives are also likely to have some sort of a stride adjustment option. Having an elliptical that inclines is a feature that a lot of users might really want. Incline allows you to add more variety to your workout, and raising the incline is a way for you to change the difficulty without necessarily just adding more resistance. Since changing the step height will also engage a few more muscles in the hips, it generally just allows you to make the workout more strenuous. Similar to how walking upstairs is going to require a lot more energy than just walking on a flat surface. As with most cardio in the 2020s, you're going to have different options as far as interactive and internet connectivity, or even traditional LCD screen-based consoles. Both are going to have their benefits. Regardless of connectivity, you're going to have usually a standard set of programs. A manual is very common, along with maybe a hill, especially if your elliptical has incline features, some sort of interval training, and you might even see a handful of cardio-based workouts that take the user's heart rate into consideration. With internet-connected equipment, you'll gain some access to entertainment options. However, this can easily be replicated with an iPad or a tablet that sits on the elliptical. Regardless of connectivity, you're mostly going to have the same programs on both options. Stride adjustment is a feature that becomes much more important when you're going to have multiple people using the elliptical that have very different physiologies. Stride adjustment is going to usually fall around 20 inches for a fixed stride elliptical, but this might feel a little bit too short or even sometimes too much of a stretch for some people. As an example, if you have one user who is over 6 foot tall and another user that's closer to 5 foot, you're going to have very different comfortable stride lengths. So why should you not get an elliptical? Well, an elliptical is what we call a machine-defined movement, and this basically means that the elliptical is defining the movement that you're performing, as opposed to something like a treadmill where you are responsible for all of your own movement patterns. Ellipticals can also sometimes be a little bit easy and sometimes too easy, so you always want to make sure that you're pushing yourself to achieve the best results. However, don't overdo it. that gliding motion sometimes can be easy to start without really pushing yourself, but eventually you're just cruising along. Personal preference and comfort is a big factor when picking out an elliptical trainer, so we always recommend finding a store or a place where you can test out the different styles before making your purchase. Hopefully this helped, and if you're ever in the neighborhood, feel free to stop by our showroom near Clearwater, Florida, and test out a few different ellipticals. Have a great day and train hard.